It's been days now, man. When's old Roly boy coming home, eh?
Yeah.
Kunbish never came back after we sent him out to look for him either. Where did Roland disappear to? We have to go and look for him. He might need our...
He needs nothing from us, girlie, and he'll get nothing. The man's a turncoat and a traitor, damn him.
But...
He isn't. He can't be. I refuse to believe it. It must be some sort of strategy of his. Mustn't it, Leander? I would advise you to forget about him, Your Majesty. He is no longer your concern. So that's the reason why you are made junior counsel.
Forgive me.
Forgive me, sire, but you have more pressing worries. Give the traitor no more thought.
What?
You too?
What?
Wow, talk about cold. Wasn't Roland one of our best friends 5 minutes ago?
Oh.
And that's my plan. I figure I should keep those Grimalkin troublemakers out of your hair for a while, at least.
Oh.
To have formulated such a thorough strategy in so short a time is really quite something, I must say. Impressive indeed. It seems I was entirely justified in welcoming you into the fold. Now, there is another favor I've been meaning to ask of you. The Mark of Kings. You have heard of it.
Sure.
It's handed down from generation to generation of royals here in Ding Dong Dell as proof of the right to rule. And without it, it's impossible to access certain places. It works as a kind of key, too, correct? Precisely. It is a pendant of brightest, blazing red, a beautiful object indeed. And a necessity if one wishes to enter our nation's king's cradle. Let me guess. You don't have it, and you want it. You are admirably concise as ever. We have searched the castle high and low, and yet it is nowhere to be found, which leads me to believe that it is not in fact here. It sure isn't. It's around Evan's neck every minute of every day. It won't be easy to get a hold of it. But that doesn't mean it'll be impossible. I'll need a few things, and a little time. And you shall have all that you need. There is no other to whom such a task can be entrusted, after all.
Say.
What about you, Your Excellency? Any errands you want the new guy to run? Well, that's very kind of you. Let me see now. I should be very much obliged if you would inform Captain Buck that the War Council will unfortunately have to be postponed a little.
Sure.
I'll get right on it.
All right.
Time to finally go to work.
Well.
It is very good of you to agree to undertake this little errand for me. You will most likely find Captain Buck in the officers' mess hall. While you are there, why not speak with some of the troops? They have been hearing excellent things about you. You would do well to cement your already excellent reputation with the rank and file. Such wisdom, such poise, and in one so young. Yes, you truly are a marvel, Roland. I have high expectations of you. Do not disappoint me. Oh, I'm afraid I'm going to disappoint you. Roland, or shall I say, Your Excellency, your actions in suppressing the Grimalkin were impressive indeed. You only had to stroll around the kingdom and observe their behaviors to discern the perfect strategy. Incredible. That'll just make it easier for me to get them out of here, I think. And it'll also probably keep them out of harm's way of anything Roland might be planning. It is hard to imagine that someone of your prodigious talent would not have been poached by another kingdom before you came to us. Well, I suppose that simply means that others lack the insight to recognize one so gifted. Fortunately, we of Ding Dong Dell can see precisely what you have to offer. So you're having a good look around the castle, I see. I shall give you the benefit of the doubt and assume that you are merely trying to fulfill your duties as well as you can. However, I have not forgotten that you were once an enemy of this kingdom. If you make even the slightest suspicious move, you will regret it, that I promise you. How's this for suspicious? I used to be nothing more than a simple hedge witch, but when King Mausinger took over, he appointed me to a top job at the castle. It would have been unthinkable before when a Grimalkin sat on the throne. Now I am determined not to let His Majesty down. I am sorry, sir. I was ordered to fetch a cheese ration for the entire division. Your report was late, again. Why didn't you run, kitty cat? Didn't want to hurt your pretty little paws. Roland's a role model to us all. He never boasts or swaggers and seems to really care about how everyone is doing. I know. It's incredible to think we're almost the same age. The way he carries himself, I feel like he's some wise old uncle or something. Roland, I have been hoping to have a chance to discuss the Grimalkin problem with you. I can wait, of course, if you're busy. How much time has passed? Roland's just amazing. If I could choose, I'd work for him instead of Vermine any day of the week. I know, at this rate he'll be King Mausinger's right-hand man before we know it. Vermine's not going to like that. You're looking for Captain Buck. I believe he was headed to the officers' mess hall. Hold on, before I go there, I want to talk to these two. Don't know if I already have.
Don't let me down, eh?
Vermine and the other ministers seem to be delighted with the work you're doing for them. Their agenda's coming on nicely with you on board. I always thought you seemed like quite a kind and loyal fellow, but you turn on your old friends just like that. Talk about low. You guys are one to talk. You killed a king, tried to depose the prince, civil war, and I think what's amounting to currently racial oppression.
Oh.
But Master Roland, what in the world are you doing here?
Hello.
Oh goodness, fancy me meeting the mighty Roland. Is there something I can do for you?
Yeah.
You can say what you like about Roland, but you can't deny that he's made life a little easier for we Grimalkin.
Yeah.
You're right, he's even brought back the fish ration. He deserves credit for that at least. Just what are you doing skulking around down here? Maybe you want to pay a visit to that wretched pirate and talk about old times? But I am afraid I am under strict orders to let no one pass. Supposedly we killed him! You make it sound like everybody knows we didn't. I hope Master Evan's alright. You have a name, so you're gonna join my kingdom, aren't you? And you're holding a weapon. Are we gonna fight?
Oh.
Well, well, if it isn't the famous Roland. Only in town a few days and already the flavor of the month, or so I hear. What business could one so lofty have with a lowly soldier such as myself, That's about the size of it. I see, I see. So the Council of War has been postponed. I shan't forget, oh no. Oh, and there was one other thing. There's been a change to the posting for some of the guards. All men assigned to the night shift on the east and west blocks are to patrol the outside of the castle instead.
Oh.
Ooh, a very mysterious change to the routine. But ours is not to reason why. It shall be done, Mr. Roland. Sir, it shall be done. Good. I'll leave you to pass word to the shift sergeants.
Yes.
But of course, your magnificence, leave it in my capable hands. Good. The coast is clear. Doesn't sound like there's anybody upstairs. I should head for Evan's room while I have the chance. That all went pretty smoothly. Maybe a little too smoothly. What are you doing, Roland? This seems too risky. This place brings back some memories. Can't help feeling a little bad about what I had to do to poor Kunvish. Locked. Figures, I guess. Well, nothing this little guy can't fix. The lockety clicker scuttles off, looking pleased with itself. I didn't even know I had it! It actually worked. I've seen everything. Thanks, little guy. Alright, here goes. The Mark of Kings should be in here somewhere.
Yeah!
The ship's nearly ready. Time to weigh anchor and set sail on the high seas. Yahar!
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's time to go and get the Hydropolitans to sign up to the declaration. But we have to think beyond that, too. Most of all, we need to think about what to do about Ding Dong Dell. They won't be making peace with us anytime soon. Pah! They won't be letting us close enough to even shout about peace. The whole area is crawling with soldiers. There is a way we might be able to get past them, you know. It's a path only open to members of the royal family called the Kingsway.
Huh?
What's that when it's at home? And why have you never mentioned it before? Well, because we wouldn't be able to access it without the Mark of Kings.
Huh.
And what exactly is that? It's a pendant passed down among the rulers of Ding Dong Dell. It serves as proof of the right to rule, and as a key to certain secret places. If it's that important, you can bet Mausinger will be looking for it too. It was given to me when my father passed away, but, well, You went and left it behind when you skedaddled, eh? And where exactly did you squirrel the thing away, laddie? Well, there are hidden rooms in the castle, you see. I thought it would be safest there, and the one connected to my chambers. They were designed so that the royal family could hide in times of emergency, and with the help of the Mark, even escape if need be. And how exactly did you come to leave something so useful behind, you feckless young oaf, ye? I'm guessing it's because a certain somebody appeared out of thin air, and then all hell broke loose. I shouldn't think that anyone knows about the secret room except myself, which would mean that Mausinger probably hasn't found it yet. Unless you knew exactly where to look for the switch on the statue in the corner of the room, I shouldn't think you'd ever find it.
Oi!
This is all very interesting, but if we need to go to Ding Dong Dell to find the thing we need to get us into Ding Dong Dell, that's not much use really, is it? I suppose not. The statue in the corner of the room. Let's see now. The real reason Roland has gone to Ding Dong Dell is in fact to retrieve the Mark of Kings, a symbol handed down from one ruler of that realm to another, and with which safe passage into the city can be gained and certain secret areas accessed. But given its incredible importance, Mausinger is probably looking for it too. Yeah, I know it's in the corner, but I gotta check. I'm pretty sure I won't find anything, but you never know. Alright. You don't think Mausinger has someone watching you at all hours of the day, Roland? Bingo. So that's where the entrance was hidden. He was right. I'd never have found it unless I knew where to look.
Wow.
This is a pretty big room to be hidden away down here.
Huh?
Is the Mark of Kings in that chest, maybe? This is where I'm gonna get ambushed, isn't it? Guess this stuff was to help Evan make good his escape. Might as well grab it while I'm here. Ah, and this must be the family heirloom itself. You obtained the Mark of Kings. The Mark of Kings, huh? Very impressive. But didn't Mausinger say it was red? Very clever, Mausinger. Very clever. Trying to send me on a wild goose chase, huh? Guess he doesn't trust me as much as he pretends.
Huh?
Wait, or maybe he was just using me to find this place.
Oi!
What are you doing in here?
Oh, just looking for something.
Something very special indeed. The Mark of Kings, if I am not mistaken. So it was hidden here all along. And hidden very well. Believe me when I say we searched long and hard. I am disappointed in you, Roland. To deceive one's professed master is most uncivil.
All's fair in love and war. Isn't that what they say?
Indeed it is. I am so very glad not to have believed you for a moment. Now, if you would be so kind as to hand over the mark.
I'll take you all on.
I don't think so. This belongs to the king. My king. Of course, if you'll sign the declaration, I'll be happy to make you a trade.
You speak of your pathetic union. Though I hardly think you are in any position to bargain.
Have you seen my weapons? I'm in positions to make demands.
Not interested, huh? Well, let me know if you change your mind.
Ha! To send a spy was most cunning. I must confess I had not thought your young protege capable of such subterfuge.
Well, he's not about to poison his rivals or anything, but he's coming along.
Very droll. But you of all people surely understand that no dream worthy of the name can be achieved without certain sacrifices being made along the way.
You're supposed to make the sacrifices.
It had to be done. And I would do it again in a heartbeat.
I'm sure you would. So what is this dream of yours exactly?
For too long, our kind have suffered at the hands of the Grimalkin. My dream is a simple one. To see our feline oppressors prostrate themselves at our feet.
Revenge, in other words.
Oh, call it what you will. It matters not. I have achieved my aim. A new era beckons. And my dream is now a reality.
Tell me something. If your kind were so downtrodden, how exactly did you wind up becoming King Leonard's chancellor?
Pah! He used me! I was the unwitting tool of my persecutor. A puppet chosen to make my people more compliant.
Whatever helps you sleep at night.
I am tired of listening to this man. We should kill him, here and now.
Very well. Men, forward!
Well, here goes nothing. That's right. Come and get me.
I need to get out of here, but there's something I have to take care of first. Getting Coonbish! Don't need to be coy. I better try to find a route to the dungeons without too many soldiers to get in my way. I need to head down to the dungeon and get him out of there before they can catch me.
You won't get away! Over there!
There's no time to be lying around, Kunbish.
Alrighty. This is where you come in. And off you go.
What's going on?
Curse you!
Roland, you devil, swine, traitor, murderer! Charming. Listen, calm down and ask yourself this. If I'm a murderer, how come you still get breath to curse me with? That is, I shot you, sure, but not with real bullets. With ones designed to make you look dead.
What's that now?
With what now? And what possessed you to bring such confounded doodads along with you, might I ask? There's no time to explain. Here, swallow this. Roland pops a ribbity drop into Kunbish's mouth before he has a chance to resist. Guess that's one way to get him out of jail.
What?
Stay calm. It'll wear off before long. At least it's supposed to. My turn now, I guess. Well, down the hatch.
Sir!
They're not here either, Your Majesty.
Gah!
Curse you, Roland.
Excuse me?
I think it's time you told us the truth, don't you, Leander?
Well,
You have seen through our artifice, Your Majesty?
Yes.
Of course I have. Roland would never betray us, or at least not so clumsily. I have to say, I expected more of him. The plan could perhaps have been executed with a little more finesse, I concede.
huh?
What in blazes are you both blathering about, curse ye?
In order to deceive one's enemies, one must first deceive one's friends. Is that not what they say? What His Majesty means to say is that Roland's betrayal was nothing of the sort. The entire affair was an elaborately staged performance.
Snakes alive!
What? You mean to tell me this whole sorry mess was one of the blasted scoundrel's confounded schemes?
I might not have chosen to put it quite that way, but yes. Upon our return from Broadleaf, I could not help but notice that a number of prying eyes had been placed around the castle. These devices allow one to surreptitiously watch over a location remotely through the use of certain scrying magics. Being familiar with sorcery of this kind thanks to Queen Nerea's surveillance of Hydropolis, they attracted my attention right away. Upon sharing my concerns with Roland, we investigated together and discovered the presence of an agent of Ding Dong Dell in our midst. But it's two different agents, because the guy with the hat piece, he had a really broad chin. The dude in the robe had a very narrow chin, or at least that's what it looked like to me. Rather than unmask the spy and remove the prying eyes, Roland instead devised a rather ingenious plan to use them to our advantage. The first step in this plan was to make a show of expressing certain disloyal behaviors in full view of the eyes. The next was to ensure that our allies too grew suspicious of his motives. This is why he contrived to carry out his dubious liaisons just as the guard was being changed. The rest you know already. Discord was sown and the traitor in our midst was duly ejected. And having witnessed all this by means of his prying eyes, the spy approached Roland with an offer he could ill afford to refuse.
Forgive me.
Batu, the robed figure you took for a sinister visitor from another realm, was none other than myself. I figured it was him! It was necessary to sow suspicion in the mind of one from whom we could expect a suitably violent reaction.
You used me! You played me like a blessed fiddle!
I rather fear we did. But deep down you knew, did you not? Some part of you sensed that he would never have betrayed us.
If I may be so bold.
Why else would you have sent your men to find him? Or did you think I was not aware of your little crusade? I like Tani's face.
Gosh.
So, does all this mean that Roland is still somewhere in Ding Dong Dell? But what possible reason could he have for going there all alone?
Well now.
Allow me to explain, Your Majesty.
Oh my goodness!
I don't like that line, or excuse me, that he keeps saying. Can I warp? Oh, I can. So I can just do whatever now. Is he in my party? Yeah, he's leading my party again.
Forgive me.
Lofty, forgive me for prying, but I spoke to a priestess who led me to believe you had been troubled by fearful dreams of late. Allow me to hazard a guess. Did you find your body breaking apart and some kind of dark smoke emerging from it, by any chance?
Flippin' heck, man!
How did you know that? What are you, some kind of bloomin' mind reader?
Huh?
You knew all along, didn't you, Bracken? Gah, I can't believe it. Why am I always the last to know?
What the?
Well, I may have had an inkling. Leander did ask me to come up with all those gadgets after all. Look, does it really matter now? You need to focus on the future, and right now that means listening to what Roland has to say.
Oh, flippin' heck.
I can't believe Evan figured out what Roland was up to. Why didn't he tell me? How about you, Bracken? Don't tell me you twigged ages ago, too. Sorry, Roland. Get some kingly business to attend to. First, I gotta get my goal when no doubt is full. I'm sorry, Evan. I put you through a lot. We were so worried about you, Roland, but you're back now. That's the most important thing.
Oh, that cheek!
Leander told us where you've been and what you've been up to. Crikey! You don't have to love a madcap jaunt, eh? Least you could have done is invited me along for the ride. Look, I want to apologize. If I didn't have to trick you all, I wouldn't have done. I'm sorry. Well, you certainly had me going, lad. Hook, line, and blessed sinker.
Flippin' heck.
You had all of us going, you horrible man! But I think we all still believed in you, somewhere deep down. Did my gifts prove useful in the end?
Sure.
Lockpicking bugs, frog pills. You sure know how to keep things interesting. And here's what made it all worthwhile. Evan, this is for you. Roland presents Evan with the Mark of Kings.
Golly!
The Mark of Kings!
Uh-huh.
Now you can open the Kingsway and get back into Ding Dong Dell without having to go through all those soldiers. But if we have that and he knows we have that, wouldn't he guard that? Guard the Kingsway? Or does he just not know about the Kingsway? I don't know. Whatever. Mausinger was desperate to find it too, just like I thought he would be. It might be just the bargaining chip we need to get him to sign the declaration.
Thank you.
So much, Roland. Now I can finally go back to Ding Dong Dell. Back to the home he stole from me.
And so at last the hour had come for Evan to return to Ding Dong Dell and convince King Mausinger to sign the Declaration of Interdependence. Bright-eyed, yet heavy-hearted, he prepared to take the final steps of the journey he had begun, what now seemed a lifetime ago. It was time to bring his dream of a united world one step closer to reality.
Did my father and Mausinger hate each other?
Sometimes it's just not possible for people to stay friends. Sometimes the circumstances just won't allow it.
I can't believe that father would have hated someone or been suspicious of them simply because of their species. But then, why else would Mausinger do what he did?
I suppose he was afraid.
Afraid? Of what?
That the great man he dedicated his life to was using him and would one day cast him aside. Think about it. What could be more frightening than being discarded by someone you love? Not that I know all the details, of course.
Right.
Everyone, there's something I need to talk to you about. Before we ask Ding Dong Dell to sign the declaration, I need to know how its people are faring under Mausinger's rule. I should also like to know what they thought of my father. Perhaps they might be able to understand why he was murdered. I never once considered their thoughts or feelings when I was their ruler. It's high time I found out what they truly think.
Chapter 8. Land of My Fathers.
All right.
Let me run you through how we're going to infiltrate Ding Dong Dell. The crosses on this map mark the areas where the troops are most heavily concentrated. As you can see, a direct approach via the river would be suicidal. There's no way we'd get close up being spotted. My army can kick any army's butt. So we'll use the Zeppelin to take us over the river and set us down someplace quieter. From there, we'll make our way via the least heavily guarded areas to the entrance to the Kingsway. It's a good thing Zip gave us the old girl, huh? She's quiet as a mouse, even with the engine full ahead. Which is not to say that caution will not be required. We cannot take the risk of flying too close to the city. A roundabout approach will still be required. So the old sky pirate fool frontal assault ain't the order of the day then, huh? Doesn't look like it. This'll be straight in. No messing job by the sound of it. Alright, let's make ready to leave. Homeward bound. Head for Ding Dong Dell aboard the zipline. So I asked this attractive young woman with flaming red hair for a date, and was pleasantly surprised when she agreed. Well, it turns out she just wished me to assist her in testing all manner of armaments and explosives. I fear we were not meant to be together. But opposites attract, do they not? Bah! Sounds like a broadleaf chick to me. She looks like a serious, dedicated type. Arr, that she does. She's a keeper, I reckon. I should very much like to meet her. Was she unaware of your amorous intent? Seems so, unfortunately. Ah, well. The name's Drew. It's my job to keep the good folks of Broadleaf safe. I'm on patrol 24/7. I mean when I'm not asleep, or eating. Anyway, this place might seem idyllic, but you never know when a crime wave might break out. But fear not, I'm here for you. Shouldn't you be out on patrol? Oh, yeah, sorry. Here's the latest installment of my series of profiles of the abundantly talented. Today I'd like to introduce you to Yip Yip, a gifted accessory maker who's always ahead of the curve when it comes to the latest trends. I'd love her to design something for me one day. She's the same age as my grandma. Is she really that amazing? Yes, she has a 6-month waiting list. Take a long, hard look at this photograph. Does it look familiar? If it does, you should get yourself down there as fast as your feet can carry you and bag the tip-top treasure I've hidden. Happy hunting! It does look strangely familiar. I have failed to find any of these treasures. Man, this is another tough one. This just looks like the factory. This extraordinary specimen is known as a lesser spotted slayfish and uses the fins that run along its bodies to shimmer through the sea in a delightfully insouciant manner. It's also known as the dancer of the deep. Just make sure you don't eat it. It's highly toxic. What a peculiar fish! Yes, some people think it came from space. Whoa, so it's like totally poisonous? Touch it and you'll be sick for a week. I know it can't be easy going back to Ding Dong Dell. A lot has happened, but you have your own kingdom to rule now. And you have friends beside you. Don't worry, Evan. We're not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere.
No.
We must keep a low profile while we are in Ding Dong Dell in order to avoid any unwanted attention. I would ask that you and Roland do not remove your hoods while you are there. I'd only ever seen Ding Dong Dell in Memolith replays. Well, looks like I'm finally going to get to visit, and in quite some style. I've been to Ding Dong Dell a fair few times, but I've never had me the warmest of welcomes. There was a bit of tension between we Sky Pirates and the powers that be, you see. Let me leave it at that. So the big moment's finally arrived, Evan lad. Time to pay a visit to your hometown.
Yeah.
Before I met you, I'd only ever seen Ding Dong Dell from the air. I never thought I'd end up going there. Well, that's a new chapter. Swift Solutions. Gotta check. I want there to be like 20 people I need to recruit.
Welcome.
Got the coins for it. Whoops, I keep hitting that. Yes! Finally! Alright.
Oh, by the way.
Okay, so we get by the library. Okay, that'd be Yip Yip. Actually, I could just read the quest after I complete it, so I'll do that. Now, there's a funny thing is, during the dialogue I noticed when I was editing, they switched roles between apprentice and master until you start recruiting the chick she apprenticed.
Hello.
It's weird. It's good to see you, Evan. Thank you for taking such good care of Paichi. Actually, I've been thinking, I would like to move to your kingdom as well. I intend to work to earn my keep, of course. I hear that people from all over the world are flocking there, and they are sure to have brought all sorts of exciting cloths and threads with them.
Oh, yes.
I would dearly love the chance to work with such exotic materials, and besides, a good kingdom needs good seamstresses. Paichi is sure to enjoy the company too. I will not let you down, I promise. An elegant lady by the name of Yip Yip is keen on moving to your kingdom. Lucky you, I say. It's not every day you get the chance to recruit a seamstress with so many decades of experience. Go and talk to her before she changes her mind. Hyperdexterity. I needed that. Ooh, I simply cannot wait. Will there be seamstresses there from other lands from whom I might learn new techniques and methods, I wonder? Teehee.
Oh, yes.
We will soon see. I look forward to seeing you there, King Evan. There's one by Big Win Way. That dude still needs the rose hip tart. I would assume I'll find in Ding Dong Dell since there's nowhere else. Unless there's like a hidden new kingdom. You again.
Hey!
How fortunate to have encountered you, King Evan. I have been meaning to ask you, how are the meat jackpots over in Evermore? Meat what? I'm sorry, I'm not quite sure I know what you mean. You have not yet had the chance to try one. That is a shame. After all, your friend did come all the way here to learn how to prepare that king among dishes. Oh, I see. You must be talking about Floyd. Thank you for being so kind to him. It was my pleasure. I do not think I have ever met anyone who had so much appreciation for our cuisine. And such an exchange of knowledge is sure to strengthen ties between our two kingdoms even further. It's strange, though. Floyd hasn't mentioned anything about coming here. Well, I am sure he does not mean to keep his newfound expertise to himself. Why not speak with him when next you return home? Yes, I think I will. Let's hope Floyd has a freshly cooked meat jackpot ready for us when we get back to Evermore. Floyd, an ambitious young Grimalkin chef, is keen to bring the cuisines of various kingdoms to Evermore, and has even been spending time at Goldpaw's sweet saffron tea house, studying the secrets of their famous meat jackpot. It's time for Evan to go and see if his friend's efforts have paid off. Sure, I guess. I don't know. The secrets of the sauce. What do you want? Oh dear, just what am I going to do?
Excuse me?
Is there something troubling you, Yip Yip?
Hello.
As a matter of fact, there is, Your Majesty. Something is weighing very heavily on my mind indeed. You see, my daughter is about to be married. That's wonderful! Congratulations! Thank you. Yes, it's sure to be a very special day for our family, and for our beloved daughter in particular, of course. The only problem is the dress. You see, I have not been able to acquire the wool required to make it. Oh, is there something special about this wool? Indeed there is. It is known as pure wool, and it has long been a tradition in Goldpaw for wedding dresses to be woven from it. Unfortunately, the area where it is produced has become infested with monsters. Oh dear. Well, don't worry, I can go and get it for you. It'll be an honor to be able to contribute to your daughter's big day.
Thank you.
Really, Your Majesty? Oh, thank you. You are truly a wonderful young man. I shall wait here for your return. Good luck. As a seamstress, it's only natural that Yip Yip will want to make her daughter's wedding dress. The only problem is that she can't get hold of any pure wool, the material that wedding dresses are traditionally made from in Goldpaw. Can Evan step in and save the big day? No, I don't really feel like chasing him down. Let's see, where is this dude? Is that him right there? Can I warp to anything? Probably not. Well, I'm gonna do this instead. I built you an entire building right here. Get in there. Warp.
Hello?
Hello there, Floyd. I saw Master Chow Chow not so long ago, and he said he taught you the recipe for something called a meat jackpot?
Oi!
Oh no, I've been rumbled.
Oh my.
Rumbled? You mean you weren't going to tell anyone? No, you don't understand. I just needed some time to perfect the recipe, that's all. I still haven't quite managed to match the taste of the ones they serve at the sweet saffron, you see. I'm almost there, it's just, there's something about the sauce. I haven't managed to get that perfect balance of spice and sweetness right. There really is nothing like it. I think I've worked out what I need to make the magic happen, but unfortunately, I don't have quite the right ingredients.
Ah.
So that's what all the mysterious behavior was about. I'm sorry for having been so suspicious of you, Floyd. Why don't I make it up to you by getting you the ingredients you need for this sauce? You'd do that for me, Your Majesty? Honestly, you're the greatest king a cat could ever hope for. Alright, we'll need to start with the most important ingredient in any good sauce, apples. Apples? Really? Oh yes, an apple I have in mind is a very special one indeed. It's grown in rich, fertile soil and bathed in hundreds of hours of golden sunlight to bring out its sweet deliciousness.
Yes.
I am talking, of course, about a honey apple. They grow in the mountains near Ding Dong Dell. Nothing else will do, Your Majesty. I simply cannot make my sauce without one. Man, you are so needy. Would you be so good as to go and fetch me one? While you're gone, I'll go over the other ingredients I'm going to need. Alright, one honey apple coming up. Ever since that one mission way early on for Minty, there hasn't been any dialogue, that pop-up dialogue that has appeared after these quests, but I still wait. Only a honey apple from the mountains near Ding Dong Dell will give my sauce the sweetness it requires.
Are you ready to order? See ya!
There's 2 more quests to get here. Is there anywhere here I can warp to? Probably not. No, come on, we can't warp to that. How about this? Apparently the place has to have utility, like this.
Why?
I don't really know what to do about it. She'll be the death of me, I tell thee.
Are you alright, Catch? You look a little distressed.
Distressed? Aye, distress is right, lad. It's that pal of yours, Bracken. She keeps interfering with us work, sticking her nose in where it's not wanted. I know you've given her some right fancy job and all, but the fact is, she's only been in town 5 minutes, and she's no right to be telling us what to do. The lads don't want to hear it.
Oh, I see. Well, I'd really rather prefer it if you're able to get along.
You do whatever Bracken tells you. Get along? We could barely have a conversation without some bother or other. Get along my eye.
Oh, come on, Catch. I'm sure it's not that bad. Listen, why don't I go and have a word with her for you? Catch, a shipwright from Capstan, doesn't see eye to eye with Bracken, Evan's new Minister of Ingenuity, and they keep arguing about the kingdom's ships. Can Evan get them to talk to each other and clear the air? Rocking the boats.
Minister of Ingenuity, my eye. That Bracken doesn't know an O from an amok.
Hey.
Your Majesty, I've received reports of suspicious activity taking place on the outskirts of the kingdom. At first I thought it was nothing more than some pesky gang of bandits passing through, but several days have now passed and it seems the commotion has yet to die down.
Golly.
That sounds a bit worrying. What have you been able to find out so far? Witnesses have reported strange banging and clanging noise like those a hammer would make, coming from the north in the middle of the night. We assume they must be related to construction of some kind, but whenever we have been to investigate during the daytime, there is nothing to be seen. Well, it can't be construction work if you can't see anything, can it? Fear not, Your Majesty. I have already dispatched a unit to investigate. They are currently stationed to the southwest of the kingdom. They will be able to provide you with further details, I am sure.
Thank you.
Thank you for the report, Gao Jia. I had better head over there right away. Gao Jia, Evermore's military advisor, had reported that construction noises have been heard just outside the kingdom's borders. He's worried this doesn't bode well and has sent out a unit to investigate. But just what could they be building out there? I've already dispatched a unit to investigate this disturbance. They're currently stationed to the southwest of the kingdom. They'll be able to provide you with further details, I am sure. I probably have to I probably have to find her in the city. Oi. I probably did assign her at the weapon shop, so maybe she's there for me. Nope. Yeah, let's hop across the river.
Hello.
Hello, Bracken. I wonder if I might have a quick word with you about your relationship with everyone down at the shipyard. You do, huh? Let me guess, you've been talking to Ketch.
Well, yes, as a matter of fact, I have. Is it true that you two haven't been getting along? Why don't you tell me what's the matter? Perhaps I can help.
Listen.
Okay, sure. So I've been developing a new type of paint for our ships, right? And I just wanted the guys to try it out for me, but they just wouldn't play ball. At all. I mean, I really don't get why. It's such a cool idea. Mixing electroconductive prisms into the paint to keep away the bugs that keep eating away at our holes. Who wouldn't want to try it out at least? Gosh, that does sound like a good idea. And the craziest part is, it'd make his life a whole lot easier. Those maintenance guys spend half their time fixing holes, right? All I want is the chance to give it a try. I guess I kind of get it. Those ships really mean a lot to Ketch and his men, and he doesn't really know me all that well just yet. Still, he could at least listen. I'm sure we could work something out. Actually, you mentioned some special kind of prism, didn't you? Maybe if we brought one to show him, that might help persuade him to give your idea a try?
Alrighty.
Sure, that sounds like a great idea. They're called blitz prisms. I'm not too sure where you'd find one, but I'm guessing that up in the higher reaches of the Heartlands would be a good place to start. I remember hearing about somebody finding one in some kind of triangular cave up there. I also remember them saying it was full of monsters. Be careful, okay? Well, actually, Bracken, you're the one going. Everyone's gonna sit back in the reserve party. I heard that someone found a blitz prism in some kind of triangular cave up in the higher part of the Heartland. Maybe seeing one for real might persuade Ketch to give my new paint a try. Could I speak with you for a moment, King Evan? I have come to an important decision.
Yes.
Well, two important decisions, in fact. Firstly, I have decided to leave Hydropolis. Not because I dislike it here, you understand. Indeed, I love the place dearly. However, I am determined to repay you for your kindness towards me. I am determined to be of use to you in whatever way I can.
Yes.
As to my second decision, I have resolved to tell Glaucus how I feel. Of course, I must first go to him. Which can mean only one thing. I must move to your kingdom. Under your benevolent rule, I am certain that I will be able to attain true happiness. Do you remember a young lady named Sevilla, Evan? You met at the seafront in Hydropolis. Well, it seems she holds quite a candle for a certain someone who's moved to your kingdom. Perhaps you should go and talk to her about it.
Yeah.
Glaucus will fall for me. I will make sure of it. But fear not, I shall not be neglecting my duties either.
Oh.
Ah, Forcus. A man of such loyalty, such integrity. He's the only one for me. Our fates must surely be entwined.
Yes.
Forcus is duty-bound to defend the kingdom and all who reside within it, including me. He has to defend me. Hee. You guys just are so fickle. First Thomas, then Forcus. Oh, Forcus, do not forget your duty to protect me as well as the kingdom. Truly, Forcus, you are the most manly of all men. I am impressed by your vigor on a daily basis.
Excuse me?
Come now, please, you are preventing me from carrying out my duties. Is there something the matter? King Evan, it is wonderful to make your acquaintance. I am Forcus, one of the guards charged with protecting Hydropolis. Alas, I am finding it rather difficult to do so at the present. Ever since Thomas abandoned this kingdom in search of pastures new, his fans have turned their attentions to me instead. There really are a lot of them. It seems you're very popular, Forcus. It is an honor, of course, but if they crowd me so, I will be unable to swing my famous hammer in defense of my kingdom. And without my hammer, I am unable to perform my duties. Would you perhaps have some suggestions on how to resolve the situation, Your Majesty? Well, you could always come and live in my kingdom. I'm sure you'd find it easier to concentrate on your work over there. But of course, what an ingenious idea. I have no doubt that I would be very happy in your kingdom, but I am afraid I could not possibly join you there. Oh, why not?
Yeah.
My adoring fans simply would not allow it. Why, only a few days ago, I mentioned that I might one day wish to see something of the world, and they made their position abundantly clear. The only condition under which they would permit me to leave would be that of my being honored with an offer from a military power of level A or above. Anything less, and they will tear me limb from limb. Gosh, that's rather intimidating. They are simply concerned for my well-being. They worry about what would happen to my reputation if I were to associate myself with a kingdom possessing anything other than mightiest of armies.
Alright.
Well, if we need an army of that standard in order for you to join us, then that is what we shall have to build. You would do this for me? Oh, thank you. I shall be waiting anxiously for further news. Forcus is a diligent and dedicated soldier who's keen to move from Hydropolis to Evermore. Unfortunately, his many admirers don't want him to leave, and won't let him go anywhere unless his new kingdom lives up to their exacting standards. Can Evan convince them that Evermore is the right place for their idol? Okay. I heard the news, King Evan. You have succeeded in making your kingdom into a mighty military power. You are a true leader of men. I had feared that the ladies of Hydropolis would place insurmountable obstacles in the way of my leaving. Dude, I got an S military ranking, so I'm even better than that.
Thanks.
But surely even they cannot object to me joining your kingdom now. Thank you, King Evan.
Oh,
So, does this mean... Yes, your majesty. You are now my master, and I shall swing my famous hammer in the service of you and your kingdom. Cetus is chosen. It'll be an honor to serve such a wise and benevolent ruler. I shall endeavor to give of my best at all times.
oh.
I had feared that this day would come. It seems your army has become worthy of Forcus' services. We are resigned to losing him at last. I myself shall never abandon him. However, our fates are entwined after all. The mere fact of distance does nothing to alter that.
Hi.
You have come from across the mighty ocean, yes? Would you care to tell me of the kingdom from whence you hail? My kingdom? Well, it's a brand new nation that my friends and I set up in the Heartlands. People from all over the world are moving there to live. By the gods, yes, this will be a most wonderful place, I am sure of it. Imagine all the people and things from all the nations of our world one would be able to see there. You'd be more than welcome to come and live there if you'd like. Really? You would allow me to reside in your kingdom? I have always wanted to sample life outside Hydropolis, I must say. Alas, I must refuse your kind offer. My mother would never allow me to go, you see.
What?
Really? I'm sure you could persuade her though, couldn't you? If you explained everything, I mean.
Yeah.
I am afraid it is out of the question. My mother has made it clear that I am not to leave Hydropolis under any circumstances. Here, Evan, how about we go and have a word with his ma'am, eh? I'm sure he could make her see sense. Midas, a kind-hearted young merman from Hydropolis, is ever so excited about crossing the ocean and visiting Evermore, but he can't quite bring himself to go because he thinks his mother would worry about him. Can Evan persuade her to let her son go off on his big adventure? What am I to do? I cannot simply walk away and leave the taverna unattended. Is everything alright? You look a little worried.
Hey!
Oh, please, you must help me. I am in a most terrible bind. A letter came for me today, you see. A letter unlike any I have ever received before. Gosh, what was so unusual about it? Here, see for yourself. I cannot begin to make sense of what it means. It's a love letter.
Alright.
Alright, let's take a look. Hark, an angel has descended from above. Verily, she is more pure than the dove. Every night when I close my eyes to sleep, her face floats into view, and lo, I weep. I cannot live without knowing my sweet. My passion burns with intolerable heat. Come to me on my perch above the bay, and my heart's truth to you I will say.
Great geek!
I'm sorry, I had a lawnmower outside my window. Reckons himself quite the poet, doesn't he, this fellow? Am I really going to go and see him on his perch above the ocean? But there's so much I do not understand. Why does he wish to meet? What does he expect of me? I'd say his intentions are fairly clear based on that letter. Please, you must assist me. You must go in my place and investigate. I cannot go myself, as I am unable to leave the taverna. Alright, I'll be back as soon as I've spoken to him.
Thanks.
Oh, thank you. And please, you must accept my apologies for having to involve you in my personal affairs.
Oi!
You do know what we're dealing with by your, don't you, Evan? Of course I do. It's a love letter. And tragically enough, the only person who doesn't seem to realize that is the person who received it. We should go and talk to whoever sent it. They must be desperate to know what's going on.
You went wrong there.
Reckon you ain't wrong there, man. Alright, let's go and find our pinin' romantic. The girl who works at Tavern Achelos has received a very curious letter. Its author appears to have been fueled by a burning passion, but sadly, its recipient hasn't really got the message. Time for Evan to go and straighten things out. Apparently Midas' mother is right next to him too. I must have missed that. Ooh, I don't think I can get down there. Let's just warp. Warp back to Nalta's harbor. Man, how often do I actually have to open doors in this game like that? What's up, lady? Absolutely not. But we haven't even asked you anything yet. I heard every word of your little chat with Milas. Yes, I was spying on him, but it is for his own good.
The world outside Hydropolis is far too dangerous for my little boy. He must remain here, and that is final.
Flippin' act, man!
I've heard of overprotective parents, but this is a whole new level. And it's such a shame. Midas seems so keen to travel. I wish I could grant his wish, but I am petrified of what might happen. I myself have not dared to leave Hydropolis in years. No harm will come to your son in my kingdom, I promise. Honestly, it's just as safe as Hydropolis. I suppose I have no reason not to believe you, and you are a king after all. Fine, I will allow Midas to journey to your kingdom, but on one condition. He must have a new outfit before he travels, something to keep him safe from harm. Would you be so good as to fetch the materials I require? Of course, that won't be a problem at all. Very well. Please bring me 3 bolts of seraphic silk. That is all I require. I shall wait here for your return. Man, you don't ask for much, do ya?
Hello.
Too bad for you, I am loaded. I wish to make my son a new outfit that will protect him on his travels.
Oh.
Ah, I see that you have brought me the material I requested. Seraphic silk takes protective charms very well, you see. I shall feel much better about Midas' journey, knowing that he has an outfit made of it. Is that different? I don't really remember. Mother, this robe, is it? Yes, my dear. It is a robe of just the kind our family have always done before setting out on their travels. Mother! It suits you, my boy. Thank you for your assistance, your majesty. Now that my son has the robe, I can rest safely knowing that no harm will befall him en route to your kingdom. I feel a bit bad about taking him so far away. Nonsense. All you have done is make me see the error of my ways. You have reminded me that the world outside Hydropolis is nothing to be frightened of, other than like the level 99 monsters. I am so terribly sorry, Midas. I should never have prevented you from following your dreams. I hope that now you can live the life that you have always wanted. Oh, Mother. Thank you, and thank you too, King Evan. I cannot wait to start my new life in your kingdom.
Hi.
How is Midas getting on? I hope he is well. I do worry sometimes that he's neglecting to eat his vegetables. Alright, how do I get... let's go this way. This may seem an odd question, but did you send a letter to the lady who works at the Taverna Aquilos?
Oi!
And what if I did? What business is it of yours? I did not expect to bring a little boy running. I will have you know that I'm awaiting my one true love. Yes, well, that's the thing. I'm not sure your message quite got through. What? You have read it? But how? Ha! I see. You love her too, do you not? You use some underhanded trick to... Why, you... Pah! What do I care? You believe yourself a worthy rival for her love? Ridiculous! Why, I bet you are not even strong enough to defeat... let me see. Ah, Aquilos! Yes, the monster with which the Taverna shares its name. Aquilos? He does sound rather imposing.
Yeah.
Of course he does. He is a very imposing creature, a truly ferocious beast, consumed with darkness and evil, infected by it even. Look, I just came here to tell you that... Ha! You seek to make excuses already. Pathetic! Look at you. You are terrified. What? No, I am not. Why would you say something like that? Oh, your pride has been stung, has it? How very tragic. Wait, is that a tear I see in your eye? Well, there is no use crying. The only way out of this is to prove that you are no coward. Seek out Aquilos and destroy him. Fine, I will. I'm not scared in the slightest. We're just gonna murder somebody to prove that you're not a coward. Cool. Cool beans. Way to live up to peace, Evan. Flip's sake, man. We only came by here to tell about his stupid letter. Now we're off chasing flippin' monsters to prove a point. Haha, the very idea you could take on Aquilos, let alone defeat such a creature. Haha. What are you doing? And why is it taking so long? This is dull. Shall we return to Goldpaw? This is not dull. I'm going over every minute of our trip together in my mind. I want to treasure every moment I've spent with you. Oh, alright. Good, carry on. It's that couple that Long Mane was looking at.
Just the painter? It is. Oh, you appear to be a stranger in these parts. Well, how do you do? My name is Hippono. I am an artist.
Oh.
An artist? That's wonderful. Can I see what you're working on?
Oh.
No, you must not look. It is not yet complete. Oh. Alright, well, I'd love to see it once you've finished.
Yeah.
I am afraid you may be waiting some time for that.
Oh.
Oh. But listen, there is something I would like to share with you. You see, I am terribly shy, too shy even to venture out and seek the help I need.
Yeah, and?
Oh, I see where this is going. Spit it out, will you? What are you after,
Yeah.
Well, there is a certain something I require for my work, but it is not to be found in this kingdom. And I do not have the courage to venture further afield to find it.
Flippin' heck, man!
Just tell us what you need to go and fetch, will you? I have heard that there's a special type of egg that changes color when it is boiled. Alas, I do not know its name or where it might be found.
All right.
Don't worry, we'll find one for you. Oh, thank you! Oh, thank you so much! Hippono, an artist from Hydropolis, is suffering from some kind of creative block and can't come up with an idea for a new painting. She'd like to look at some weird and wonderful objects that are likely to set her creative juices flowing, and it's up to Evan to bring them to her.
Oh.
Have you brought me an egg that changes color when it is boiled? I brought you 128 of them.
Hello.
Here you are. I brought you a jazz egg. This is the one you wanted, isn't it? The one that changes color when it's boiled?
Thanks.
Oh, yes, this is what I asked for. Oh, I cannot wait to see what hues it produces. Oh, I am so terribly sorry to have to ask. There's one more thing I need you to bring me. It is a mushroom that reveals a host of exotic colors when cut open. Perhaps you know the fungus of which I speak?
Flippin' heck, man!
Another favor? I thought you said you were shy, man. Now, Lofty, don't worry, Hippono. Just wait here and we'll bring you your mushroom.
Hey.
Have you brought me the mushroom I requested? The one that reveals a host of exotic colors when sliced open? Maybe not. Maybe I don't have one. I'm assuming it's none of these things here. Okay, well, I'll come back to that later. So here, we have one to the right. Please, you must help me. I'm ever so worried about poor Drakon. Drakon? Who's that? He is my pet lizard and my best friend in all the world. My mean old mother does not like him. She says he is dangerous and refuses to allow me to keep him in the house. I have to keep him hidden in a secret place. But then my mother found this out and forbade me from ever going near it. Oh dear, so who's looking after him now?
Yeah.
I do not know. My mother has been watching me like a hawk. I've not had a chance to sneak off and see him. I'm gonna have to kill this thing, ain't I? Poor Drakon. He is unused to the ways of the world, and I doubt that he can cope without me. I fear that he's wailing with hunger as we speak.
Gosh.
I can see why you're worried. Listen, why don't we go and check up on him for you?
Woo!
You would do that? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. And please, give this to Drakon when you see him. Contain Drakon's favorite snack. It is his favorite snack. He always likes to have one to chew on, and he will be delighted to receive a fresh supply. Great, thank you. So, where exactly is this hiding place? In Coral Cave. It is a grotto situated on Macronos, an island east of here. The area can be a little treacherous, so please, be careful. You will know him by the collar I gave him. It has a silver heart on it.
All right.
A silver heart, you say? Alright, we'll go and see how Drakon is doing, and report back to you as soon as we can.
Yeah.
Wonderful! I'll be waiting for you here. A kind-hearted girl from Hydropolis is worried about her pet lizard which she keeps in a nearby cave. Her mother has forbidden her from going to visit it, so it's up to Evan to head on over there and make sure everything is alright. Sure, why not? That seems like a pretty easy task.
Yeah.
Drakon should be in a coral cave. It is a cave situated on Macronos Island to the east of here. Please hurry and make sure that he is well. I cannot stop worrying about him. Let's go ahead and head back to base for now.